And here it comes. Ronald Acuna Jr., the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
And there's the strike.
1-1.
Just missed.
It's a good take.
And he grounds one to the right side. Stott over to first in time. One out in the top of the first. Let's take a look at our lineup. They're dealing with a top-level arm of the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for him. What's the key to the... Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. And gone. So he goes yard to left. It's 1-0.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for him in a big way. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
And here is Michael Harris. Swings through that one. 0-1. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And you know, if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever, if they do at all.
And there's 2 away. Two outs, base is empty. Austin Riley digs in now. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. 2 outs, base is empty. Two down, nobody on. Fought off foul. And that's down and away.
2-2.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. He swung over top of the curveball. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. It's now a 1-0 ball game. And we're back. And on the mound in this one, Chris Sale.
Well, Sale's a strikeout pitcher, and the thing about it is he'll throw strikes early, but then start teasing the zones, and that's what the great ones do. You got to make sure you elevate him, get him out over the plate. That's the only way you're going to have a chance.
Here's the Phillies DH, Kyle Schwarber. He is very much your typical power hitter. I'd say he falls into the 3 true outcomes category.
Well, we've seen more and more of that lately. The ability to drive the ball to slug is getting heavily favored over any discipline or strikeout concerns.
The next pitch misses, and the count even 1-1.
With Chris Sale on the mound today for Atlanta, I was thinking a bit about his career.
Now this one is hammered way back there. On its way and gone. And we are tied. Be going crazy in the dugout. It's 1-1.
He just sent this stadium into a frenzy. They're going.
Heck no. No. You're getting benched after that.
Here's Turner now. Swing and a miss as he was late.
You know, Boog still carried the load in Chicago and Boston when he pitched for the White Sox and Red Sox, but this staff in Atlanta, it's on a different level. He's even joked that he could pitch horrible and people won't even notice because he's surrounded by so much talent.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Sale delivers.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
The shortstop takes the ball. That one just misses. 3-2 now.
3 balls. 3 strikes.
Up the middle, and that's a base hit. Bryce Harper to the plate. Turner runs. Pitch misses. Throw to second.
That goes to show you stealing a base is a tough thing to do and far from a sure thing, even with big-time speed. It's not easy to catch him, but that was a great catch and throw. Quick, not rushed, and accurate.
Bryce swings and drives one deep to right. That's well hit. Pulls it in on the warning track. Nick Castellanos at the plate now. Pitch misses inside, and that is ball one. Tied up here in the early going. That's inside. Now 2-0. And a swing and a miss.
There's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Harris makes a nice running catch. One scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. All even now at 1-1. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started. Here's Jared Kelly. The pitch. Kelnick getting to start in left. 24 years old. A former first-round pick back in 2018. And that drops in for a strike.
I mean, that's perfect location, right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
And now 2 balls and a strike.
Oh, he never moved because he never had time to. With that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Right through there for a strike. And that one is inside.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage. Well, that could be a tone setter for the inning. 4 straight pitches and leadoff batters on base. We'll see if the next guy waits until there's a called strike before he takes the bat off the shoulder.
And here is Forrest Wall. Lays down a bunt to the right side. Feeds to second, out there. But no throw to first as he'll hold on to it. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. Wheeler with a throw over. And he dives back in safely.
He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot very wisely.
Runner on the go. That's in for a strike. Real Mutual throws, not in time. It's a stolen base. Chris's Wheels with a difference maker on that play. Just got in there.
Yeah, with StatCast's help, we see his top speed on this stolen.
No! He got back!
Executing that daylight play perfectly. It's such a timing thing, and that middle infielder and the pitcher have to be on the same page, and it's got to be a good throw. Nice job right there.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Bottom of the second. Tied. 1 one apiece. Back now and a new arm on the mound to start the bottom of the second. Joe Jimenez. Alec Bohm stands in now and watches strike one. That's in there, and it's 0-2. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Bryson Stott in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Wait, what?
Bohm stands at second with no outs. Foul ball there. Off the mark there. Now 2-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. And that's off the inside edge. And now it's 3-2. Absolutely throws him with the backdoor slider for strike three. And up to the plate is JT Realmuto. Right through there for a strike. And it goes just foul. Here's the 0-2. And look out. That one almost got him. And a swing and a miss. And now 2 gone. So back-to-back strikeouts now, and they still haven't managed to do anything with the leadoff double.
Yeah, Boog, you just don't want to get careless here. You've done a really good job to get 2 outs after that leadoff double, as you mentioned. And just got to execute your pitches, and it's a non-issue.
And that one hit to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. No runs, 1 hit, a double, no errors, and 1 man left. We played 2 full, all tied 1-1. On to the 3rd inning. Here's Orlando Arcia. The line to kick the pitch. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1.
Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch. Perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle, you're saying to yourself, how did I miss that pitch? I make a quick adjustment.
Foul ball, it stays 0-2. Kicks and deals. That one not close. Now 1-2. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And 1 away at the top of the 3rd. Chris, as we look back at the pitch sequence, he hadn't seen that curveball at all. How tough is it to adjust to something like that with a bunch of break when you haven't had a look at it yet?
Yeah, I mean, you're dialed up for something firm. You never want to take a called 3rd strike as a fastball, so you're going to be a little anxious before you recognize the pitch. And right there, clearly didn't see what was coming.
That one close, rule the ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, bases empty. Late with the swing there.
Really consistent release point. He's been able to pick up and down and have excellent command in both locations.
That's off the mark. 2-2. Right through their foul. And there is another strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Acuna, the next to hit, takes ball 1. That one is absolutely belted. Castellanos ranges back, and it hits the top of the wall. And that's a 2-out double.
He was all over that one. So close to blasting that one out of here the other way. But that's very tough to do when you take on the outfield gap like that. Beautiful swing, though. Let the ball get a little deep and drove it to the opposite field.
And now Matt Olson up to hit. He's already homered in this game. Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for third. Strike in there. Real Muto throws, not in time. It's a stolen base.
Very risky right there to try to steal third with 2 outs and a left-hander at the plate. And there's an open lane for that catcher to throw down. But he gambled. Now he's at third, 90 feet closer. Perhaps a ball in the dirt that gets away from the catcher, and they pick up the run.
2 outs.
Oh.
Chase that time. 2 outs and a runner at third. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Got him looking. And that is that. One left remains tied 1-1. As we go to the last of the third. And digging in for Philadelphia, Johan Rojas. Fouled off. He was late. Right-handed reliever. In the air out to center. Harris has a beat on it. And there's one away. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. He's already homered here in this one. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
The batter, number 7.
Here's Trey Turner. And he's already singled in this game. Got a good eye there. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. That one missed. On the inside corner for a strike. Now fly ball to right center. Harris after it. Brings it in. And that's the inning. With 3 complete, we're tied at 1 apiece. Back here in Philadelphia as we go to the top of the 4th. Here's the center fielder, Michael Harris. Wheeler back to work. And a big swing and a miss.
0-1.
And now the count is even.
1-1.
That clips the corner. Outside low, ball 2. Left-hand hitter waits. Not even close there. And that's ball 3. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Very frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner. When with 2 strikes, you just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by reaching on an error. But some way, you got to find a way to shorten up the swing and put the ball in play next time.
And that one's a little bit low. And it's 1-1. Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. A gigantic blast. It's 2-1. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
one down. And next for Atlanta, Jared Kellman. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Booga, never got to play at Citizens Bank Park in my career, just the old Veteran Stadium in Philadelphia, but the crowds here are just as energetic now as they were at that old park. And trust me, as an outfielder visiting town, you're going to hear it from the fans out there in the bleachers.
On the ground right side. Stott over to first in time. Play is made, 2 out.
Now that designated hitter.
Forrest Wall next up for the Braves. He's 0 for 1. And first offering is fouled off. And the righty deals. And that's outside. And the count is 1-1. Just missed. 2 down, base is empty, but 1 run across. Top half of inning number 4. That one finds the zone. 2-2 now. And another ball. Ozzie Albies in the on-deck circle. The line of the pitch. Got him. Picks up strikeout number 7. Braves get 1 on the big fly. And the home team down a run. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back here in Philadelphia, ready to go. Bottom 4. And now for the Phillies, Bryce Harper. That one pulled foul. And now the 0-1. Rips one to right. That's a hit.
Well, I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Nice line drive to the full side, met it out front, but just stayed nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
In the air, right field, pretty well struck. To the warning track, makes the catch.
It's a really good swing. He just didn't get quite enough of it to beat the wind. It's blowing in from right field right now.
And now it's Alec Bohm. Doubled his first time up. Right down to shoot, and that's strike 1. Harper at first, 1 gone. And ball 1.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
And he deals. And this is inside. And now 2-2.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Here comes a pitch. Got him swinging for the K. Couldn't catch up to the heater. This is Bryson Stott. He was a strikeout victim his first time. He's someone that you might not describe as having elite level speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. The Phils down by a run. We're here in the bottom of the 4th.
Well, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
Right-hander kicks, deals. And another ball. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Harris sizing this one up. He's got it. And that will end the inning. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and one left. We're headed to the fifth. It's the Braves 2 and the Phillies 1. Back at Citizens Bank Park, top five, John Shelby to Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Ozzie Albies. The wind of the pitch. That misses the zone. Ball one. Albies, an all-star a season ago. 27 years old, and he's a native of Curacao. Next offering is downstairs. Righty delivers. Pitch in the dirt. 3-0. On the ground. Tosses to first, and Albies is retired.
Fastball groove right down the middle. Usually a lot of damage done with that pitch. A hard grounder, but he wanted to get that ball in the air, maybe drive it into the gap.
Now in for the Braves, Orlando Arcia. And that one fouled off.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
Good eye right there. Fastball for a strike. 1-2. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Sean Murphy, caught looking his first time up. There's a swing and a miss.
He can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
And a swing and a miss there.
0-2.
Got him looking, and he did not like the call. Down in order, unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Bottom of the Here's Johnson will come in.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Just missed. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Johnson fires. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
And a foul ball, he stays alive.
You can see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Gets him. One away on a drop third strike.
The bat, the left fielder.
Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. Grounded out his first time. Pitch misses. Ball one. Lifted in the air out to left. Kelman in position. Corrals it. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Johan Rojas stands in for the Phillies. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. And there's a ball. Just missed. That one misses, and it's 3-0. The Braves leading by a run. Last half of inning number 5. Next offering in there for a strike. 3-2 now.
Ooh, Baya You got to remember to take the donut off the bat, partner.
And there's ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is if you are the offensive side of it. 2 outs is a great time to try to steal second, especially when you have a guy with some wheels on first. Defense probably knew it was coming, but figured we better focus on trying to get this hitter out.
Right through there for a strike. Rojas at second with 2 down. And that's outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Got it! Third out, and that ends the frame.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Top of the 6th inning. Now it's the right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr. The pitch. Acuna in 2023 with about as impressive a power-speed combination season as we have ever seen. Late that time, it's strike 2. The Braves always liked Acuna, but consider for a second, he was signed for $100,000 in 2014 out of Venezuela. So they liked him, but he wasn't some monster prospect. He ended up growing into one of the top young prospects in all of baseball.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Matt Olson up to the plate. He had a big swing for these guys way back to the 1st inning.
Yeah, but he didn't waste any time in this one. The solo shot really got his team going, and he's looking for more right here.
Just missed.
1 ball. No strike.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Fastball in for a strike, and now it's even 1-1. And another ball. Swing and a miss as he was out front. And down on strikes. Now 2 out. Chris, 3rd time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
On the ground to the left. Boom. Goes on to first. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing for the offense that time. 2-3-4 do. Braves 2 and the Phillies 1. Bottom of the 6th inning. Trey Turner at the plate. Now we see Raisel Iglesias out of the bullpen.
Still a lot of game left, and this game can go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Throw on to Olson. 1 away, bottom of the 6th.
Harper.
And now here is Harper. Backed off the plate that time. Home team down a run. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Chase that time. That one misses. And now 3-0. And it's ball 4. He missed down low.
That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and
Now
the
batting,
guy at the
right
plate was not
field.
going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
That's to third. And he gets by him.
Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Harper on second. Castellanos at first. One gone. Ground ball right side, could be two. Quickly to second for one. Double play. They can't seem to break through. Inning over. One hit, one left. Seventh inning coming up. It's the Braves 2 and the Phillies 1. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. Top of inning number 7. Now the Atlanta cleanup hitter, Austin Riley. Wheeler back to work. There's the strike. Some bullpen action for Philadelphia. Sir Anthony Dominguez getting ready to go. Strom also throwing. The wind and the pitch. Swings through it for the K. Had him out front for strike 3.
Well, I'd say he pretty much had to offer at that one. You don't want to leave it in the umpire's hands. Even though it ended up outside the zone, it still was close enough to where it looked like it could drop down right on that corner and get the call. Last thing you want to do is get punched out by the umpire knowing you could have at least fouled the pitch off and kept the at-bat going.
In there at the knees, and that is strike 2. And delivers outside.
Rarely will you see a pitcher just waste a pitch like that. The batter wasn't even tempted to swing. Every pitch needs to have a purpose so that it can set up a following pitch to help you get that out.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him, and you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Good eye right there. That's in there. And that's strike 2. And down on strikes he goes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Set for the last half of the 7th. Now it's the second baseman, Bryson Stott. And the pitch. That one's in there. 4-1. Ball 1 there.
1-1.
That one the other way. Arcia rolls across the diamond and 1 away in the bottom of the 7th.
If you want to be a great defense, you have to deliver consistently. It doesn't matter how many highlight reel plays you make if you can't execute the small stuff, just like we saw.
And now it is JT Realmuto. field. And that puts the tying run on base.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Here goes the runner. Pitch is high. Throw to second, and he's out.
You know, I always felt as a base runner, base stealer that, you know, if you can get in that first, second, maybe third pitch, get your jump and steal second base, you had a much better chance of being successful. As it gets deeper into that at bat and those pitches rack up, almost get a little more flat-footed, and you've got to be sharp to get that jump and to beat a good throw down to second base. Just wasn't able to do it right there.
Holding on to a 1-run lead here at the bottom of the 7th. That one not close, and it's a full count. Outside, and that is ball 4.
Now batting, center fielder.
And now the center fielder, Johan Rojas. And the first offering is not close. March leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
It seems like 90 feet is such a big deal in a tight one-run game like this one. Maybe it's a little bit risky, but they felt good about it, and it paid off. Let's see if
that ends the inning, so we take a break. Phillies strand 1. They're down 2-1. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Sir Anthony Dominguez.
pretty tight game, so we're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Well, 1-run game. Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. The pitch. Dominguez, 29 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. And the right-hander deals. The pitch. And a foul ball. Makes the count 2-1. And the pitch. Swings through them. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And a foul ball.
A healthy cut. Tough pitch at 98. Got a really good pass at the ball.
And here it comes. Got it. Run out. And now here is Orlando Arcia, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Swing and a miss as he was late that time. Stirring in the Phillies bullpen, Connor Brogdon getting loose out there. Late on that fastball.
It might be time to choke up a little bit, get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now.
Pass and misses. It's a strikeout.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Murphy in the box again, takes a strike. 2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top of the 8th. Way out front for strike 2.
Man, 91 on the slider right there. That's a hard one. That's a lower fastball for some pitchers.
And a pitch. In the dirt, it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. The hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
Next offering is down low.
Great job of laying off those pitches down in the zone to even the count up at 2-2. Such a better feeling for the hitter.
Next offering misses, and that's ball 3. Ronald Acuna Jr. to bat next. And a pitch. Some heat there at 98 miles an hour. And the Braves go down quietly, but they still lead it 2-1. On to the bottom of the 8th. Now it's the DH, Kyle Schwarber.
Kyle Schwarber.
Right-hander back to work. Liner to second and picked on the hop. The throw, it's there, and that's a great play.
The batter, number 7, shortstop.
Trey Turner now, 1 for 3. That one inside, 1-0. Trying to hold a 1-run lead here the bottom half of the 8th inning. The shortstop takes the ball.
Not showing great command so far in this at-bat. 2-0 count. He's got to execute here or this could get ugly.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Up the middle. On the run, throw to first. On the money, nice play.
Everyone appreciates when shortstop makes a play like that. Your manager's smiling over there and your teammates are loving it.
Here's Bryce Harper. Both the infield and the outfield shifted over to the right.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
Here comes A.J. Minter to the mound.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Outside low, and now 2-0. And a foul ball. Left-hand batter waits. This one in the air, center field. Harris has a beat on it. Brings it in, and that is that. Back, it's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Matt Strong.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Back to the top of the lineup. Here's Acuna now.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
As the lefty gets to work, outside, and that's ball 1.
Strom has a pretty cool hobby. Collects baseball cards of players who hit home runs off of him. I love the reason he does it. He tells people, if you hit a home run against me, you're good enough to collect.
Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
Swing and a miss, and the count 1-2. This one in the air, right field. Castellanos gets under it. Hauls it in for the out. 1 away.
Now batting, the first baseman, Matt Olsen.
Here's Matt Olson. That one's in there, 0-1. Action in the pen down there. Connor Brogdon preparing to come on if needed. One down, base is empty. Check swing, no appeal.
Really good check swing right there. So difficult to hold off on the slider from a same side thrower. Very difficult to pick up the release point.
At the belt and fires.
That's the ball.
Crowd locked in right now. One-run game here in the ninth. Next pitch in for a strike. Now the count is even, 2-2.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity. Now
the punch out there, and there are 2 outs.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously. So he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
2 outs, base is empty. Michael Harris next up for the Braves. This one popped up right side. Harper makes the catch, inning over. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. On to the bottom of inning number 9. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Braves 2 and the Phillies 1. And we're back. We head. Ronaldo Lopez will take over here.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations. Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
To third, down the line, and it's foul. That's off the mark, and the count is 1-2. And it skips into dirt. Next pitch is downstairs. Outside, and that is ball 4.
They're not ready to go home quite yet.
No outs, runner at first. Stepping in, Alec Ball.
Ball at bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike 1 here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
1-run game, bottom 9. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Some high cheese for strike 3.
I see it more commonly in the sport these days, but man, a triple-digit fastball blown right by someone is still pretty awesome to witness. I mean, you got to be geared up and ready to swing it when a guy like this comes out of the bullpen, because that fastball, it eats, and if you're not ready, you're going to be walking back to the dugout.
Stop. In the box now. Take strike 1. Righty to the plate. That's down and in. Swings and misses. And the count 1-2. Kicks and deals. Got a drive. That's a base hit. And now the winning run is on base.
Well, that at bat had a lot of pressure riding on it, so really great job coming through right there. It's got to feel good.
Spencer Strider takes over on the mound.
I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can, so it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Swing and a miss. And it's 2-1 now.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Ouch. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him.
You just can't afford to make these kind of mistakes this late in the ball game. You need to make the offense earn everything down the stretch, and that right there was just a freebie.
The winning run on second base. That misses the zone. Now 2 balls and a strike. And that's in for a strike. Got him looking, and he didn't like the call.
I don't know what he's looking for right there. You have to be ready to swing the bat. You can walk it off if you're just a little more aggressive.
So they're down to their final out. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Johan, and now everybody's running. And he lays down a bunt. On the first, ball game. And the Braves on the winning nail-biter, stranding the winning run on base.
Well, this was a pressure-packed finish. Tying run at third, the winning run at second base. Somehow he found a way to make his pitches, got his team out of the jam, got the win. Everybody's happy.
Let's go, baby.
The final line score for our ball game this afternoon for the victorious Atlanta